5 years. It's kind of crazy to think about. When I think about the fact that 5 years have passed since I uploaded my very first YouTube video, it's just hard to think about. It really is. On one hand, I feel like I've been doing this forever. It feels like it's just embedded in who I am these days. On another hand, in a world where there are channels that are over a decade old or nearly 2 decades old, I'm just getting started. So it feels like I'm just getting started in a lot of ways. I have had the most up and down roller coaster experience with doing YouTube. And I feel like most people who do YouTube have a similar kind of feeling. It's something that can be both exciting and rewarding, and also something that can be wildly discouraging and disheartening in so many ways. And when I started this channel out, it was about building a sense of community. I, like a lot of people who love movies, was finding myself kind of struggling with connecting with a lot of people about movies. I had my close friends, but more often than not, I think we can all kind of come across people as movie fans who are part of our family or friends or coworkers who just like movies or don't like them. They don't want to talk about the director. They don't want to talk about the cinematographer. They don't want to talk about the musical composition. They don't want to talk about any of that. They just kind of want to talk about whether they liked it or didn't like it. And for me, starting this channel was about finding friends that I could really deep dive talk about movies, whether we agreed or disagreed. And I'm so grateful to say 5 years later that I have absolutely found a sense of community when it comes to YouTube. I have collaborated with hundreds of individuals here on YouTube, doing hundreds of videos, whether it be on my channel or other people's channels, just talking about movies, live streams, edited videos, whatever the case may be. And I think the best part about that really is the fact that I have made real friends, people that I communicate with on a daily or weekly basis, or even a monthly basis, just people that I keep up with consistently, that I've had on the channel on so many occasions, and so many more that I still want to have on the channel or be on their channels. It's really opened great doors when it comes to friendship, and on that level, I have been absolutely blessed. But I think, like most people who do YouTube, you want to grow. You want to gain traction. And for me, as somebody who grew up loving people like Siskel and Ebert and just early film criticism, and then started to fall in love with film criticism throughout the years on YouTube with people like Chris Stuckman, Jeremy Johns, Dan Merle, and so many others, I wanted to be a part of that world. I wanted this to be something I could genuinely maybe one day do full time. And throughout that journey, it has been wildly discouraging. I'm not going to lie. I think most of my close YouTube peers that I talk to on a consistent basis could tell you that I have messaged them on tons of occasions saying, I'm going to quit. I think this is going to be my last video. I think this is going to be my last week, my last month, my last year, whatever the case may be. I am consistently talking to certain individuals about my discouragement. And a lot of times, obviously, them sharing their own personal discouragements as well. There are some people that are within my little community that you guys will see as collab who literally talk about quitting almost every other day. And there's been windows of time where I have been exactly that person. And so I want to kind of, use this video, not to take too much of your time, but just to be real with you guys about, number one, that it is crazy that I've been doing YouTube for so long. But while I've been able to gain so many incredible things from YouTube, it has been a very disheartening journey at times. But it's also been very enriching in others. And we're going to talk about that as well. I just recently hit 2,000 subscribers just a couple of weeks ago. I didn't want to make a separate video on that because I wanted to wait till I got to this video where I talk about the fact that I'm celebrating 5 years, half a decade on the platform, and I've finally hit 2,000 subscribers. Something that for a while I ultimately thought was never going to happen. I started to lose faith, genuinely. Me getting up to the first 1,000, while there was some discouragement up to the first 1,000, it happened a lot quicker than I found it does for most channels, unless you have some sort of viral takeoff. And I was so grateful. And the journey from 1,000 to 2,000 has been the slowest. It's been double the time it took me to get to the first 1,000. And it has been really hard to keep people on the channel at times. And even with 2,000 subscribers, I'll still upload videos where I struggle to even garner 100 views. And that kind of stuff gets in my head. If you're like me and you kind of tend to beat yourself up, it's easy when you do something like YouTube to beat yourself up. But, I'm so grateful for all of you guys. I'm so grateful to everybody who has stuck around for years, months, days, weeks, whatever the case may be. I'm so grateful to everybody who has clicked like on a video or commented down below. I'm so grateful to everybody who has subscribed to the channel, and I don't want that to get lost in this conversation I'm talking about in terms of discouragement. I just want to also be real with you guys, and I think a lot of times it's easy to sit here and be like, well, hey guys, we're going to talk about this movie, buckle up, which I love doing. We have plenty of movies to talk about, and I don't plan on going anywhere. But I wanted to use this video as a way to not only celebrate things, but also to recognize that it's been a journey that's been taxing for me mentally, and I think a lot of YouTubers feel that way, and they don't say enough about it a lot of times. They might say, oh yeah, I was a little discouraged at times, but genuinely for me, I've had huge windows where I've fixated on YouTube and really started to lose faith in myself on this platform. But amidst all that, I say all of that to really just highlight how much it has meant to me that so many of you guys have stuck around. Why you guys do that, I don't know, but I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to all of you guys who have stuck around. I'm so grateful for all of you guys who have engaged with the channel consistently, and even if you come here and there, it's always nice to see a familiar profile pop up that commented maybe a couple of months ago, and now they're commenting again on a new video. That stuff really puts a smile on my face, and I'm just incredibly grateful to everybody who has taken time to just be a part of this channel to any capacity. So here's to 5 more years. Super grateful for that. Again, a big thanks to all of you guys who helped me accumulate 2,000 subscribers. It almost feels fake. It took me a moment after I realized that was the case on YouTube Studios, that I actually did have 2,000 subscribers. And that negativity in my mind was thinking, well, just, give it 3 minutes and you're going to see it's going to go back under 2,000. But yeah, it's been a wild ride with YouTube getting to this journey. And I'm just so grateful to all of you guys who have supported the channel, have supported me, supported the videos. And I hope that you guys stick around because I have so much more I want to do. And while I've been talking about a lot of the discouragement and the negativity that comes around doing YouTube and being somebody who does creative stuff, and, I deal with a lot of kicking myself and a lot of self-hatred in a lot of ways. And I tend to kind of lash out on myself when I feel like things aren't performing the way I want them to, or that I'm not as well spoken in a video as I'd like to be. I tend to kick myself in those moments when I know I shouldn't. While I'm talking about a lot of the negativity that I can sometimes kind of lean into in my own mind, I really want to highlight the positives. So not only have we just hit 5 years, not only has I just hit 2,000 subscribers on the channel, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention a lot of the accomplishments I've gained over the course or been able to do over the course of this time on YouTube. So, of course, incredible friends that I've made, incredible YouTube peers and movie friends, and on all of you guys, being able to talk to you guys down below. But beyond that, in the last 5 years, I've also had ability to get early access to movies for studios like Saban Films or IFC Films as of recently. Even Netflix lately has been inviting me to in-person press screenings, which is absolutely incredible. I've had streaming services like Shudder reach out to me on a consistent basis to check out and review their movies early. Other studios like Vertical Entertainment. That's incredible. The fact that I can even say that I got to review movies early for those various studios and streaming services is absolutely incredible. Beyond them as well, even during the pandemic when WB was really trying to get people to talk about their movies when theaters were still closed, I got to check out movies for them like Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I think I would be remiss amidst the negativity if I didn't at least mention those big wins. And on top of that, I've had the absolute incredible opportunity to be able to interview some, filmmakers here on the channel. Yeah, maybe I haven't interviewed Steven Spielberg or Brendan Fraser and the big name actors and filmmakers, but I've had the opportunity to, interview some incredibly talented actors and directors and cinematographers and musicians here on the channel. And I have to look back at all that with positivity. And I'm saying a lot of this for myself. I have this bad tendency of getting lost in the negativity of my mind, of downplaying my successes. And I wanted to use this video to congratulate us and congratulate myself on this and commemorate it here with this video, but also use it as a way to kind of peel back the curtain a little bit. Let you guys know that I'm just a person, I'm just a person that likes making videos about movies, and it can be really disheartening at times when things don't seem to be on the up and up. when it seems like something's on the up and up and then it dips down. YouTube is a roller coaster. But I am grateful for all of the wins I've had. Again, whether it be the early screenings, links, and screening, press screenings in person that I've been able to attend and be a part of, whether it be all the friends I've made, whether it be all the subscribers and viewers who have, chimed into the channel, whether it be, the interviews I've been able to do, whatever the case may be. I've had a lot of really great things that I can look at with positivity, and I have to keep reminding myself to do that instead of leaning into the negativity. And I'm sure there'll still be some days where I want to quit. I feel like anybody who keeps on with something like this, some sort of creative venture, always second guesses themselves and assumes that their time is up, So I'm not going to take too much more of your guys' time. There's plenty of movies to talk about. We don't got all day here. But a big thanks to you guys for checking this video out. If you got this far, I really appreciate it. And just genuinely, thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel for the last 5 years. Whether you've only been here for a year, whether you've been here since year 2, whether you've been here since day 1, whatever the case may be, I'm so grateful to you guys. Thank you for helping me get to 2,000 subscribers. Let's keep that motion going. Let's get up to the 3,000 subscriber mark. Yeah, I feel like we could definitely do it. And I'd love for you guys to be along for the journey. I'm hoping to keep up the content. I also want to change some things up. I might start changing up my titles a little bit for some of these videos to maybe lean a little bit more clickbaity, which I hate doing, but maybe just test it out a couple of times to try to gain some more traction in some videos. I have an issue of wanting my videos to have a sense of uniformity in their titles, which I think sometimes hinders my ability to gain views, but we'll see, But I definitely want to continue on with my collabs here on the channel. I'm going to start bringing more live streams to the channel. And I just hope you guys are enjoying the content and that you guys are excited for what's to come. But again, I feel like I'm rambling now at this point. YouTube is a crazy journey. It's been huge highs and huge lows. And sometimes I have absolutely kept myself in the lows. But here we are 5 years later. Here we are 5 years later with 2,000 subscribers, and I just have to remind myself to be grateful about that and all the successes I've had. And it's been you guys consistently showing up and maybe sharing a video with your friend and hitting that like button and clicking subscribe. It's been you guys that does give me that boost to keep going. So again, big thank you to all of you guys. Really appreciate it. Bye-bye.